Okay, this is a circuit. Here you're actually seeing two circuits. And this circuit, this one here is called a this or that circuit. This or that. So this or that representing this one or that one. These two, S1 and S2, will be likened to a husband and wife. And I'm going to tell you that this circuit operates with the husband connected to the battery or the B1 power source through this connector, this double connector. So the power that's drawing from the battery goes to the husband directly through this connection, through these double connection points, and into S1. That's the husband, S1. And S1 is operated by a slide switch and can activate the light or the power in the circuit and has power over the circuit. Now, these connectors, if they're connected, assuming they're connected, that when the power goes to the husband, it'll automatically go to the wife, S2. And this wife here, understand, look at the circuit. The electricity will flow like this. It'll flow through the circuit like this and back. So it's flowing like this. And ultimately, these two connectors are enabling the wife to be a part of the circuit. But how is the wife actually connected in this circuit? The wife is connected to the husband, and the husband is connected to the power source. And so the wife will receive all power from and through the husband, through these two connection points, which lead to these two connection points, which leads to the power. She is dependent on receiving all power from him through these connection points. And she is not connected to the battery at all, which means that if this husband should deem it so, he can shut down this connection point here and this one here and isolate S2 and disempower his wife. Basically, she won't be able to turn the light on unless he says it's okay. The husband could disable his wife. He could say, honey, I don't think you should have power to turn this circuit on and off. From now on, I'll just turn it on and off, and you could ask me, and I'll tell you if I want it on or off. She says, honey, can you turn the circuit on? And he says, no, I don't feel like it right now. So ultimately, when the wife wants to activate the power or turn the circuit on, she's dependent on him and his permission. This circuit, this or that, starts with this first, and or that is if he decides that. She should have the ability to empower herself. If she wants to have the ability to turn this circuit on, well, only if he should deem it so by giving her the permission. This circuit's set up so that S1 is independent and ultimately dominating the circuit as the controller of it to turn it on and off. And he could actually give her the ability to be able to turn it on and off too, or he could deny her that ability and she's isolated. He could cut her off entirely and the circuit would still work for him only. So that's what it means. It's this slide switch, husband, or that press button, wife. If the husband should give her permission, she could have power until he denies her. Now understand that this next circuit here is called the this and that circuit. And now understand the way that these two, the husband and wife, are connected through these connectors, and understand how it is here. Now the wife is ultimately not connected to this power source. Look at here though. S2 is the wife. She's connected directly to the battery. So she, in this next one, this and that, the wife is connected directly to the battery, and the husband is connected directly to the wife. So this is husband and wife, and the electricity runs through the circuit like this, in a circle. And so now let's look at what happens if S1, they both have, S1 has a slide switch to turn the light on. So if S1 wants to activate the circuit, all S1 has to do is activate the slide switch. And S2 has a press button switch, which means that both of them have the ability to operate the circuit, turn it on or off. And ultimately, in this case, the wife is connected to the power source. Now, what makes this whole thing different in that it's doing both? It'll be husband and wife. This is husband or wife. This is husband and wife. So why is this one husband or wife? This or that? Because it's husband or wife if he should give her the power. He'll give her the power if he wants her to have it, and he'll deny her the power if he doesn't want to give her the power to turn the circuit on. Maybe he just wants it to be able to do it. He'll decide when it turns on or off. So this here gives the husband the dominant ability to deny his wife. It also makes her dependent on him for receiving the ability to turn it on or off. If he says no, she's screwed. In this circuit now, it's different. This one says that the husband can't dominate his wife because this circuit ensures that it'll be doing both. How does it ensure it? Well, in this case, the wife has the power. She's connected to the power source, not him, which means how does she deny him then? Let's say the wife says to the husband, I don't want you to have power, darling, because you piss me off. What's she going to do? Well, what do you think she can do? Well, she can cut herself off she can let go of the battery and disconnect from it. So how does the wife get her husband or say, I think you suck, husband. I think you shouldn't be able to turn the circuit on. And he says, well, go ahead. What are you going to do about it? Well, the wife will have to let go of the power. She'll have to deny herself the power by letting go of the source. And that shuts the circuit down. So how does a wife retaliate from her husband if she wants to take the power from him? How does she do it? Well, in this case, the only way the wife can take the power from the husband is she has to disconnect herself. And she'll let go of the power, and so he will now not have it. So what in this interaction, the husband will see his wife has to let go of the power, and then he can't have it either. So he is dependent on his wife to have the power at all times, and that means because she has the power to deny herself, just to cut off the circuit. Well, that makes the husband need the wife to be powerful. The husband says, I need you to keep the power, darling, because I won't have it if you don't keep it. So the husband will ensure the wife is always having the power so that the husband always has the power. And then this setup, the husband doesn't really have any way to cut the wife off. This husband can't say that I want to operate the circuit, but I don't want you to. How is this husband going to make his wife not have the ability to operate the circuit? He can't do it. What he can do is he could cut this connection point between him and his wife and understand he'll cut the circuit off and he won't be able to control it either. So in this case, it does both because it's set up to do both. And it takes away the husband's ability to dominate his wife. It also ensures that the husband's power will be had through the fact that his wife is constantly connected to it as well. It'll be doing this husband and that wife will be doing it both because that wife will have to have that power constantly if he's going to have it constantly. And when she loses it, he shall lose it. And if she doesn't have it, he won't have it. And he'll need his wife to have it so he can have it. Do you see this is interdependent on the fact that it'll be both? Because if it's not both, it's neither one of them. It won't be either one of them. Now let's look at this next one. Now this next circuit is representing, these two circuits are representing this one here is representing, it's called neither this nor that. This circuit is designed that it can operate in a state where it's not doing the husband or the wife. It's neither the husband nor the wife. And how do we see that? Well, understand if this is S2, the wife, and this is the husband, understand the power source here. How does the electricity travel through the circuit? Well, it ultimately travels through it like this. It could also travel directly through the wife. So understand here, these connection points, this is neither this nor that, because understand, if it's neither this nor that, see these two connection points? They're under the control of wife, which means as the electricity is passing through here, it'll pass through here, and the wife could control these connection points. Says the wife has the ability to deny her husband. She can shut down this one and isolate her husband. So as in the first one where the husband isolates her, this is the kind of circuit where now she has the power to isolate her husband. If the electricity is passing through here, she can shut this connector point down. And basically do you see that S1 can't receive the power unless he receives it through these connection points, which is his wife. So the husband is dependent on the wife to receive power at all times. And that's why it'll be neither this nor that, because guess why? Because if the wife shuts these connecting points down, she won't be able to operate her own circuit. But what she'll do is ultimately shut her husband down. And that means it won't be doing it this way or that way. And so understand the circuit can operate independently through the resistor without the husband or wife. That's why it's neither this nor that. If it's going to be this or that, well, understand when electricity, if it's neither this nor that, because these 2 points are shut down, it's because the electricity is going to pass through this resistor and operate independently without either husband or wife. And that means that the circuit can act without the husband or wife and still be under some form of functioning, but both of them will lose the power, even though the circuit will still work. Now, understand, it is only ensuring, in this case, that the wife has power over the husband, and also can decide to basically, it can still function, meaning the wife in this case has power to make it so she can deny him. Okay, now look at this one. It's called not this and that. This circuit is called not this and that. So let's look at it. Not this and that. Yeah, it's not this and it's and that. So this is the husband, S1. And in this case, do you see how the husband and wife are connected directly to each other? Now the electricity is going to pass through the circuit like this. It could also independently pass through the resistor without going through the husband or wife, which means this circuit can also operate in some sense, not even including the husband or wife, which means the LED light is either on or off, and if in whatever state it could stay on, and they won't be able to turn it off because they're connected directly to each other in here. And ultimately, this S2 or this wife could shut down this connection point here, and the electricity will go through the resistor and back this way. And ultimately, if it goes through here, she can control this connection point here to shut her husband down. In this case too, the husband is dependent on the wife again, and the wife has the advantage here, meaning it'll be not this and that, because basically not this means the husband won't be able to, the wife could make it so it's not this husband, and it's and that, because that's the wife, so it can ultimately be and that. If it's not this, it's then and that. So if it's not this and that, and otherwise if it is this, then it's not that. So understand that these are ways to look at how these two husbands and wife, how they deny each other. The circuit here is going to be important in the sense that in the relationship between neither this nor that, means it's not going to be, the circuit is designed so that it does not do this or that. What does that mean? This is the S1 husband and that is the wife. This is a slide switch and that is a press button, meaning if it's neither this nor that, then the light will not be able to be turned off. If the electricity is passing through this resistor like this, the light will stay on. And what does that mean? Well, that means the light's going to stay on, and neither one of them could turn it off. That means the circuit will be active, operating independently of either husband or wife, and they won't have control to turn it off. It'll be on all the time. That would be a quick drain of the battery, being neither this nor that. And this would also say not this and that is a condition. So now these two here, they're at the end of the circuit, meaning, so you see how it could pass through, and this circuit could also operate, and that means that if it's off, it can't be turned on, and if it's already on, it can't be turned off. If they don't work together, or one tries to disable the other, then they'll both be screwed. So the only advantage here in these 4 circuits is there's the state of what you can choose to, how the relationship between husband and wife could work. Well, in this first example, what you have is Aries. This or that is Aries. This is Aries being powerful. And understand that this one is Aries. Aries has the ability to cut his wife off. He can only ultimately shut her down. So he has control over that divine feminine, because the divine feminine is dependent on the divine masculine for this circuit to work. And the divine masculine, in this case, Aries, can be the master of the circuit and just tell her to go to hell. And ultimately she'll be screwed because he has full control. And in this circuit here, where it's doing both, it's actually God's ability to say, all right, so yeah, we gave Aries the power here to completely isolate her and even shut her down. And now, so but this circuit's going to ensure that Aries can't control her. So we're going to put her on the power. And so, but she'll have to let go of the power to shut him down, which ultimately doesn't give her any advantage to dominate him. The wife's going to have no reason to really screw with him, because she'll have to have no power in order to ensure he doesn't have it. You see? And now, so it's going to be either one or the other, both, neither, or because it's not this, it could be that. And it would be a condition of not this to be and that. So you have to understand that these circuits are designed to deny each other and sabotage themselves, so the other one is under some form of control. The circuit's controlled by shutting down electricity and disabling the ability of the other one to have the control over it.